Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. So we've got some breaking news today. This is very big news, very good news for the Second Amendment. Let's talk about what's going on. Now, before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free, it only takes a second, but it really helps us spread our message, and it will help you stay up to date on what's going on with your Second Amendment rights. Hit that little alarm bell. That'll let you know when new videos come out. And with that being said, let's get to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So over the past just even few years, we have seen a huge expansion in constitutional carry, with just recently now more than half of the country becoming constitutional carry. That means permitless carry. That means if you're somebody who's legally able to own, you're legally able to carry. You don't have to ask the government for permission the way that it's supposed to be, hence the name constitutional carry. Well, we can now add, as of right now, one more state to that list. SB1 has just been signed by the governor of Louisiana, making it the 28th state in this country to not require a permit to carry concealed. This is huge news, fantastic news, and it shows that the expansion continues. Now, there is one key thing to know before you holster it and you head out of the house. This does not take effect until July of 2024. So as it stands until July, it's going to be the same permitting system. Now, the permitting system is still going to exist after that point. So if people want to get a permit because maybe there's reciprocity with another state that doesn't have something like that, or you just want to be able to travel without worrying about it, that is still going to be an option for people that want to do that. But again, not needing a permit in Louisiana, that starts on in July. So like I said before, we're sitting now with well over half the country recognizing the Constitution, which says that we have a right to keep and to bear arms. That's been one of the things that has just been left out for some reason, is the bear part. We've had so many debates, discussions, and fights over whether or not we can keep, that a lot of people just ignore the bear part, and we have a right to bear. So this is excellent news. Now, obviously, there's a lot more work to do. There's certain states where you're just not going to see this brought up at any time, if ever. You know, New York and California, places like that, you kind of write those places off. But there's a lot of places with some potential. Because I live here in Nevada, people ask me about Nevada and whether or not we'll see something like this here. I got to say, it's not going to be any time in the near future unless there's some major changes. We have a Republican governor who seems open to the idea, or at least possibly open to the prospect of it. But we have a Democrat-controlled legislature, and that would basically put a stop to anything before it even made it to the governor's desk. And so there's a lot of states that kind of sit in the middle on that ground as well. And the way to do that is to make effective changes to where the people who are making the decisions would actually be favorable to something like that. And that's not going to happen if people just sit on the couch and don't do anything about it. So if you live in one of those states that's kind of teetering or wavering, or you're not sure which way they can go, well, that's one way to affect some change. I mean, if we can get up to 30 plus, that would be fantastic. I mean, that would be huge, right? I mean, seeing, that much of the country recognize the Constitution. I mean, the entire country should, but we know that in today's political landscape, that's just not going to happen. So that's the best way to affect change. If you have something like this or a bill that gets introduced in your state, make sure you make those phone calls, send out those emails, and show whatever support you can for it. And hopefully we can start seeing that 28 number increase. I remember when we hit 25, it was freaking huge. And then we hit 26, and then we hit 27. Now we've hit 28. There's nothing to say that that number can't go higher with everybody's help. So fantastic. Good job, Louisiana. That is a place, where they deserve this, right? Just like every other state does. But they worked real hard to get this thing over the finish line, and then to have the governor sign it, and the governor just signed it recently. So today, as a matter of fact, it was just not even, I think it was about an hour ago. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know about that. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day.